What's more important, peak or longevity? And a lot of people would say, oh, it's obvious. If you have a higher peak than another player, then you have to be better because at your peak, at your apex, you're better than them. But then you look at guys like Derrick Rose and Bill Walton. They both have MVPs. They both peaked at a very high level, but then they got injured. They weren't able to continue it, so their peak was very short. Yes, they were great for 1 to 2 years, but for the rest of their career, they were average. So are they elite all-time players or do they just have a high peak? And then you look at something like this. Hakeem, Shaq, and Tim Duncan are all-time great players, elite. But if you ask them who had a higher peak, Shaq, Hakeem, Tim Duncan, a lot of people would say that Shaq and Hakeem had a higher peak than Tim Duncan. But then if you ask them who was the better overall player, who had a better career, everyone would say Tim Duncan. So are Hakeem and Shaq better than Tim Duncan because they had a higher peak, or is Tim Duncan better because he had more longevity and was more consistent? And then you look at MJ versus LeBron. Everyone knows that LeBron has more longevity, he's done it for longer, been way more consistent. But some people would say that MJ had a higher peak. Some people would say that LeBron had a higher peak. It just depends how you measure it. And I think LeBron had a higher peak, but if his peak was 5% less than MJ, would he be a better player just because of the longevity, or does MJ get it because of the peak? How do you weigh it?